Okay, give me. Okay. Parang first commenter ang aking husband.
of us have our reasons why we need to brave the health threats these days. Supercharge your immune system with Essen Immunoboost. Essen Immunoboost. It contains the premium blend of vitamins A, D, E, C, B complex, selenium, zinc, ginger, and turmeric to prime and strengthen your immune system against harmful viruses and bacteria. Essen Immunoboost, your essential supplement for immune defense. All of us have our reasons why we need to brave the health threats these days. Supercharge your immune system with Essen.
Great, energetic morning, staying safe syempre at staying healthy at the same time. And to all our ka-essence here in Facebook Live and everywhere else in the world watching with us, we would like to welcome you here in our Essentalk, brought to us by Essen Immunoboost and Essentials for Daily Living. Alam nyo, mga ka-essence, it's no secret that we are still experiencing all of these changes around the world caused by this pandemic. No one knows when will it end. All we have right now actually is just vaccination, prevention, and syempre, safety protocols and trying to stay safe at the comfort of our own homes. And that is why Essentials for Daily Living is committed to help you increase your protection against COVID-19. As we all know, our immune system is the one being attacked by COVID-19, and by that, we have to strengthen it. Pero, paano nga ba? How can we really protect ourselves from this virus and its newly born variant? And to tell us more about this, we are privileged to have the South Carolina 2020 top allergist and immunologist, mga ka-Essen. He is the one and only who formulated Essen Immunoboost SC, a premium blend of science-supported ingredients that help prime, strengthen, and balance the immune system. Mga ka-Essen, it is indeed my pleasure to be with this amazing doctor this morning, no other than Dr. Emanuel Sarmiento. Dr. Emanuel Sarmiento is a native of Manila, Philippines, and he studied medicine at the Far Eastern University Institute of Medicine, where he graduated. Were all performed at Rush Medical College in Chicago, Illinois. Dr. Sarmiento was voted as the most outstanding pediatric resident in 1991 and won the 1992 Alan Feinberg Award for the best research given by South Carolina Allergy Society, and International Association of Filipino Allergists and Immunologists. Dr. Emil Sarmiento was chosen a 2000 Millennium Who's Who in Medicine and 2020 Top Doctor in Allergy and Immunology in South Carolina. Dr. Sarmiento is board certified in pediatrics and allergy, asthma, and clinical immunology. He is deeply interested in finding new strategies to manage asthma and allergies. He is the principal investigator of numerous clinical drug trials of ADAC research and co-authored numerous scientific publications. He is the president and CEO of Allergic Disease and Asthma Center Greenville of South Carolina. With all these unbelievable titles, I am sure everyone, you are all excited as I am to meet straight from Greenville, South Carolina, USA, our very own Dr. Emil Sarmiento. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning, MJ. Good evening dito sa US. Wow, that was so nice of you. A very kind introduction. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys. And I'm very happy to meet you also via the web. Thank you for inviting me to be in your show.
Indeed, good morning and good evening over there, Doc. Alam mo, I don't think those titles give justice to how credible and amazing you are as a doctor and as a person. All right, Doc, ready ka na? I think, alam mo, Doc Emil, alam naman natin na, syempre, hindi na bago ang salitang pandemya sa atin o sa ibang bansa. We've all experienced different forms of it, di ba? Pero siguro, Doc, mas maganda kung umpisahan natin ang ating discussion about the history of the most dreadful pandemics in the world.
Alam mo, MJ, maganda yung tanong na yan kasi dapat i-define muna natin ano ba ibig sabihin ng pandemic and difference between epidemic, di ba? Kapag may outbreak ng mga infection and localized lang sa certain region, kunwari nasa Metro Manila, epidemic lang yon. Pero once it spreads to different areas, different countries all over the world, it becomes a pandemic. And usually when we have a pandemic, serious yan, talagang emergency, and maraming taong naapektuhan, maraming namamatay, maraming nagkakasakit. To put it in perspective, there are 3 major pandemic na talaga namang maraming namatay. So we'll start with the tinatawag nilang Black Death. That was the bubonic plague. That was in the 13th century. It affected a lot of people. You know, almost 75 to 200 million people died during that time. The problem was, itong bubonic plague na to, akala nila siguro simple lang yan, pero actually you can get it. It's an infectious disease from a bacteria called Yersinia pestis. So hindi nila alam kung ano gagawin nila, wala pang antibiotic noon, kaya ang spread talagang widespread, Europe, Asia, Africa, all over the world. It almost killed 1/3 of the whole world population. What's the difference? At that time, they don't know it was a bacteria, wala silang gamot, at saka mga tao, siksikan sila, they're so close together, so the spread of the bacterial infection from Yersinia, which is a plague, spread throughout the world, marami namatay. And then another one that we always compare the COVID-19, yung influenza, Spanish flu pandemic in 1918, it's almost 100 years ago. You know, this one also killed a lot of people, 20 to 50 million people. So to put it in context, ang flu, it's a viral infection. So this is not a bacteria, but it's a viral infection. And it's spread through, to secretions, coughing, airborne siya. And at that time, we don't have any vaccine for it. We don't have any treatment. So devastated na naman, 50 million people. And you know, ang death rate, ng mortality rate, if you may, pag natamaan ka ng Spanish flu, almost 25% mamamatay ka. So it was very deadly. And it devastated, and it lasted about 2 to 2.5 years. And then now we have this COVID-19 pandemic, which started, we all know that it started in China around December. And then it was declared pandemic March 11, 2020. It has devastated a lot of people. In fact, as of today, maraming tao, talaga namang sobrang-sobra, almost 240 million people are affected or infected by COVID-19, SARS-CoV-2. And almost like 2.4 mil, almost 4.5 million people died already. To put it in perspective, to compare with the Spanish flu or the influenza, which is also a viral infection, mas marami namatay noon. Bakit kaya? Well, one of the things that is important is that people are more aware, more educated, and we have ways to treat COVID-19. Meron na tayong vaccine available for it. Kaya lang, minsan, hindi lahat nababakunahan, hindi lahat nagagamot na maaga, hindi lahat na-detest. So minsan, maybe the numbers are underestimated because a lot of people I know, even in the Philippines or in the other parts of the world, that they cannot really go to a lab or to a doctor, to the hospital to be tested. Hindi natin alam kung ano yung magnitude talaga. So maybe the number we're having right now are still an underestimate. So yun ang ano, that's the, at least a context of what we're gonna talk about today. Why there's a lot of people having this COVID-19.
Alam mo, Doc, I'm happy that you walk us through about the history of all these pandemics. Ano ba yung diferensya ng epidemya sa pandemya? At syempre, ano ba yung mga pinagkaiba ng mga nakaraang pandemya, kumbaga sa nangyayari ngayon sa COVID-19? And I think, you touched point on one of the great things, which is technology, awareness, and the power of medicine na talagang nakatulong sa sitwasyon natin ngayon. So, syempre, Doc, para mas ma-inform pa natin ang ating mga audience ngayon dito sa Facebook, magpapakita tayo at mag-share tayo sa kanila ng mga trivia about, COVID-19. And to all our viewers, if you have questions, please keep on sending your comments here on our Facebook Live. Okay, so ready na tayo sa ating first trivia, Doc. Alam mo, ito naman yung maganda sa technology, kahit may pandemic, talagang nandito lang tayo sa comfort ng ating mga tahanan, hindi na natin kailangan lumabas and to risk, our health.
Alam mo, kahit dito sa Amerika, meron kaming tinatawag na telehealth. Minsan, virtual visit na lang para hindi masyadong ma-expose sa virus. Kasi minsan yung mga may sakit na may COVID, ayaw nilang mahawa yung mga healthy ng pasyente. So, yeah, we're using technology, virtual visit, telehealth, and minsan, at the comfort of their home, they can call us and we can treat them via the phone or via the internet. Yeah, thanks for the technology,
Indeed, Doc. Okay, and speaking of technology, I just received the trivia for today's session. So, Doc, ito yung number one trivia natin, How do different COVID-19 vaccines work? Meron kasi tayong iba-ibang uri o type ng vaccine. How do they differ from each other?
Okay, so iput natin din ulit sa context, Kasi maraming tao na hindi naniniwala sa bakuna para sa COVID. To give you the context, alam nyo naman halos lahat tayo nabakunahan. So yung katulad ng measles, mumps, rubella, viral infection yan, So yung technology na ginagawa noon, they use the whole virus, okay? And then they weakened it, ibig sabihin pahihinain, tapos ibibigay sa bakuna, karamihan sa atin nagkaroon ng MMR, para ma-stimulate yung immune system mo. So yung old technology na yon, dahil nung nagkaroon ng pandemic, syempre, lahat ng scientists over the world, different countries, it's almost like an arms race. China and Russia used it. In fact, the whole virus vaccine na tinatawag ay Sinovac o kaya yung Sputnik. And a lot of people got it. So that's one. Second, yung tinatawag nilang yung protein subunit. So pinag-aralan nila kung ano itsura ng coronavirus. Yung palang spike protein, yun ang a-attach sa ACE2 receptor sa lungs natin o kaya sa mucous membrane. Kaya nagre-replicate doon ka na-infect. So, tinanggal nila yung protein subunit na yon at yun ang ginagawa nilang bakuna. Covovax ang tawag doon, Novavax. It's now in Europe. And then, yung ipangatlo, which is actually AstraZeneca at saka Johnson & Johnson, ginawa nila, pinag-aralan din nila yung virus. Yung DNA tinanggal at linagay sa isang virus na tinatawag nating adenovirus, which is a common cold, harmless virus. In-inject nila, so parang whole virus din na merong DNA ng SARS-CoV-2, which is the Kovid, at ginawang bakuna, and it's also effective. Yung AstraZeneca, nandyan na sa Pilipinas, vector ang tawag doon, vector vaccine. At yung pinakabago, na pinaka-effective sa lahat, yung tinatawag nating messenger RNA vaccine, which is the Pfizer and the Moderna. Ito yung laging maraming tinatanong ng mga pasyente. Kasi sabi nila masyadong bago yung technology, hindi pa nila alam kung talagang effective siya o hindi. So to put a perspective, paano nila na-develop? Mga about 10 years ago or 11 years ago, meron ding epidemic sa Africa, which is actually the Ebola virus and Zika virus. So there's a German company, BioNTech, was trying to study the genomics of it. So pinag-aralan nila kung ano itsura ng virus. And actually, they identified that the messenger RNA, nag-code siya para yung sa virus. And then if they use that as a vaccine, it was quite effective. So pinag-aaralan nila, no? And then 2019, 2020, nagkaroon tayo ng maraming cases ng COVID-19 and then it was declared pandemic in March 11. So, it's emergency. So, kailangan dapat pag-aralan natin ulit itong coronavirus na ito. And it so happened na yung messenger RNA na yon codes and creates the spike protein. Siya yung nagdidictate, nag-code to make the spike protein which infects people. So, ginawa nila, tatanggalin mo na lang yung lahat kasi hindi na yung buong virus. Kukunin lang yung messenger RNA and created the vaccine which is the Pfizer and also the Moderna. During that time, 40,000 people volunteer. Sabi nila, sige, I volunteer 40,000 people. Unheard of, MJ. Isipin mo, 95% effective siya. Kung i-compare mo sa iba, yung whole virus, yung Sinovac, tsaka yung Sputnik, ranges depends kung anong country. It ranges from 50%, 50% lang effective. Iba naman, sabi nila, 90%. Pero kahit na fully vaccinated sila, in fact, all over the world, marami tayo yung tinatawag na breakthrough infection. Kahit na nabakunahan na na-infect pa rin. So, i-compare mo sa Pfizer o kaya Moderna, 95% effective siya. And because it's the messenger RNA, it's also effective sa variant and the two messenger RNA na vaccine. I told them that if I have to choose, I will choose the messenger RNA vaccine. So, yun ang mga bakunang meron tayo ngayon.
Alam mo, Doc, maganda na-explain natin sa ating mga viewers kung ano ba yung differentiation itong mga vaccine na ito. Kasi alam mo, marami pa rin talaga sa ating mga kababayan na talagang hesitant to get vaccinated. Marami silang katanungan, marami silang, mga paniniwala na hindi natin sigurado kung saan nanggaling or kung saan sila mismo nanggagaling at bakit nila naisip yung mga yon. So, mga ka-SM, I really hope that you learned something from that trivia from Doc Emil. And syempre, Doc, marami din tayong mga frequently asked questions about COVID-19, about health, about these vaccines that we're getting. Siguro, Doc, na-receive ko na yung ibang questions. I'm going to share with you some of those questions from our viewers. Exciting to, Doc. Alright. Pwede po bang paghaluin ang iba't ibang vaccine?
Okay. Ang tawag dyan, mixing vaccines, right? Merong studies na ginagawa sa Europe. Ang nangyari, kasi ang unang available na is AstraZeneca. Tapos dumating din yung Pfizer. So yung mga pasyente na nakakuha ng AstraZeneca, yung sumunod, ginawa nila Pfizer. At kinumpare nila ngayon kapag AstraZeneca lang, dalawa, o kaya Pfizer lang, dalawa. And it turned out na pwede palang i-mix sila. And it so happened na pag minix mo yung AstraZeneca sa Pfizer, mas mataas ang kanilang antibody production. So, sa experiment yun, sa research. So, we know that it can work. Kaya lang, we, in medicine and also the CDC, Center for Disease Control, recommends na kung ano yung unang-una mo, yun din ang pangalawa mo para siguradong malaman natin na fully vaccinated ka. Kasi by definition, kunwari Pfizer, you have to 2 doses or Moderna 2 doses to be fully vaccinated. So yung iba naman, kasi nga, kunwari Sinovac ang kanilang nakuhang bakuna, di ba? Kaso natatakot sila kung meron talaga silang full immunity o kaya effective nga ba. Pwede silang matest, i-check yung antibody level nila, yung protective antibody, neutralizing antibody against COVID. Kapag mababa, sometimes I recommend, in fact, I do recommend to get another type of vaccine. So, kung meron silang Moderna dyan, I would rather let them get the Moderna. So, you're actually mixing it. Kasi it's been proven na mixing 2 different vaccines could really work better. Pero as of now, hanggat maaari, kasi marami rin taong nangangailangan pa ng bakuna. So, kapag natamaan ka na ng dalawa, at fully vaccinated ka, mag-ingat ka pa rin kasi it doesn't mean that you're not gonna get infected. Pwede ka pa rin ma-infect, pero may panlaban ka. So mag-ingat pa rin, mag-mask ka pa rin, social distance, at saka proper hygiene. So yes, you can mix it, pero tanungin mo yung doktor nyo dyan para sigurado na yun ang makukuha nyo. I hope
Yes, we're getting a lot of heart reactions and likes and comments sa ating Facebook Live. So, at least na-enlighten ang ating mga ka-SN, ano? Pero, Doc, speaking of vaccine, you mentioned about Moderna, AstraZeneca, Pfizer, at yung iba pang vaccines natin, ano? Meron kasing mga situation where yung ibang vaccine, 2 weeks lang ang pagitan nila and then they get the second dose. Yung iba naman after 60 days bago sila na vaccine. Does it matter, Doc, na merong saglit lang yung difference, yung iba mahaba ang panahon na paghihintay para sa kanilang second dose?
Okay, so bakit kaya kailangan natin 2 dose para to complete the vaccination? Alright, so o kaya bakit yung ibang maikse? Usually Pfizer 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, Moderna 3 to 4 weeks. AstraZeneca, you can expand it, spread it a little longer. Unang-una, dahil nga kukonti lang yung bakunang available, so the vaccine supply is low, that's why they sometimes spread it. Para at least kung may isang single vaccine ka, at least may protection ka na. So ideally, ang pagitan nila, at least 3 to 4 weeks ang pagitan, para magkaroon ka ng time, yung first dose mo kasi usually 25 to 50% ang effectivity niya. So your body now gets stimulated, your immune system, your cells producing antibody. Tapos saka mo dadagdagan, parang booster ang tawag doon. So second shot will stimulate higher response. Kaya pag kunwari Pfizer or Moderna, almost 95%. O kung AstraZeneca naman, almost 89 to 90% also if you get that second dose. Pero importante talaga na mag-complete mo yung 2 doses. The only reason why they spread it out longer kasi yung supply medyo mababa habang ginagawa pa yung ibang bakuna. So, that's what happened. But ideally, you need to get 2 doses.
Pero Doc, paano po yung ibang fully vaccinated na? Tapos gusto nila ng tinatawag na parang booster daw na pagkatapos ng second dose mo, you wait for a while, maybe 6 months, a year, and then you get the booster vaccine. Kailangan, is it necessary?
Alright. Dito sa Amerika, obviously we're just using sa data sa amin. They just approved yung CDC tsaka FDA, yung tinatawag naming 3rd dose. Kasi kalimitan, pag tinignan mo, if you monitor yung antibody level, kunwari Pfizer, no? During the first 6 months, mataas yung antibody mo. But after 6 months, it gradually goes down, bumababa yung antibody level mo. So when that happens, kailangan mong 3rd dose or booster shot para tumaas ulit. So that's what 3rd dose is. Ngayon, sino-sino yung kailangan mag 3rd dose? Kasi habang tumatanda tayo, lalo na mga 65 years and older, yung kanilang immune system is not as strong. So minsan yung production ng kanilang protective antibody, yung nagpo-protect sa kanila, bumababa after 6 months. So sila yung kailangan talaga ng third dose. So we really advise all 65 years and older na kumuha ng third dose. Ngayon, yung mga tinatawag na high risk, 18 years old and older, up to 64 years old, na high risk, ibig sabihin frontliner sila, na-expose sila sa mga mas malaking chance, high risk na magkaroon sila ng COVID, they could get also their third dose. At saka yung mga tinatawag nating high risk patient, yung mga immunodeficient, yung mga may cancer, yung mga may heart disease, may mga COPD o kaya mga chronic bronchitis na yan. So, mahina rin ng kanilang immune system. So, kailangan mong i-boost yung kanilang immunity using the third dose. So, yun ibig sabihin ng booster shot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pero alam mo, I think, Doc, no, dito sa Pilipinas, we're not that close yet to have that booster shot because marami pa rin sa ating mga kababayan na hindi pa fully vaccinated. But Doc, I received a question from Facebook, that this person is already done with the second dosage ng vaccine niya. Kapag second dose na siya, fully vaccinated na siya, magkakaroon pa ba siya ng COVID-19?
Okay. Alam mo, magandang tanong yan. Yun ang tinatawag nating breakthrough infection. So kapag fully vaccinated ka, tapos na-infect ka pa rin, nagkasakit ka ng COVID, breakthrough infection ang tawag doon. So sino-sino yung mga tao na yon na nagkakaroon ng breakthrough infection? Kahit nabakunahan na sila, meron pa bang chance na magkakaroon sila ng infection? Alright, there are 3 reasons. Okay? First is the virus itself. Kasi yung virus na yan, yung coronavirus, no, nag-mutate siya. Kaya tinatawag nating variant. In fact, the highest spike recently, yung tinatawag nating Delta variant from India. So yung COVID-19 na yon, yung SARS-CoV, hindi na siya katulad ng original. So yung mga nabakunahan, lalo-lalo na usually sa Philippines, di ba, Sinovac for example, even Pfizer or Moderna, yung virus na yon evade, meaning to say, magaling siyang magtago. So, minsan, hindi siya effective sa variant. So, that's number 1. Number 2, actually, is the patient himself. Kasi minsan, kapag mahina yung resistensya mo or yung immune system mo, hindi nag-take, ibig sabihin, it was not as effective. So, yung production mo ng antibody was not that high, and then here comes the COVID, tapos hindi ka maingat. Yan ang pinaka-importante, hindi maingat, hindi nagmamask, hindi nag-social distance, nakuha yung COVID dahil mababa yung immune system niya. So, yung third really is almost like I just said it, intervention. Minsan kasi nagiging complacent yung mga tao. Porque nabakunahan na sila ng dalawa, siga na ako. I don't have to wear my mask, party na dyan, punta na sa bar, restaurant, na-expose siya sa mga tao may COVID. So, hindi ibig sabihin na meron kang bakuna na hindi ka may infect. Yes, you can still be infected, kaya lang may panlaban ka. Sana, effective na effective yung bakuna mo na may panlaban ka. Pero kung variant yan, tsaka marami ka na langhap na virus, matatamaan ka pa rin. So ito lang tip ko sa mga tao. Practical tip really is that get vaccinated, but always follow mitigation guidelines. Magmaskara ka pa rin. You wear your mask, social distance, hand washing, and of course, take care of your body and be healthy.
Hindi pa rin talaga COVID-proof kahit vaccinated ka na. Tandaan niyo yan, mga ka-essence, ha? Mag-mask pa rin tayo at social distancing pa rin. Pero Doc, nabanggit mo yung immunity tsaka yung resistensya natin. Ano po ba yung pinagkaiba ng immunity ng nagka-COVID ka at immunity ng nabakunahan ka?
Yes, that's a good question again. Kasi meron tinatawag na natural immunity. Kunwari, na-infect ka ng chickenpox. Ano bang chickenpox sa Tagalog? But anyway, chickenpox, diba? Tigdas or something. But anyway, magkakaroon ka ng natural immunity at malamang hindi ka na uli magkakasakit ng chickenpox. Kasi yung katawan mo nag-develop ng antibody. Natural immunity. So kunwari, na-infect ka ng COVID, yung COVID virus itself will stimulate your immune response. So magkakaroon ka ng antibody. So you produce your own antibody. natural immunity ang tawag doon. But this is the challenge kasi novel coronavirus. Ibig sabihin, we've never encountered it before. Unlike chickenpox, marami na nagka-chickenpox, so na-expose ka, so nare-recognize na kaagad ng katawan mo. So they know how to fight, they know how to make the antibody. The problem with the coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, is a novel. We've never seen it before, so fresh siya. So unang pasok sa'yo, hindi niya kakilala, so mag-create ka ng natural immunity mo, pero hindi siya ganon kalakas. In fact, if they monitor kung gaano katagal yung antibody production mo, pag natural immunity, 90 days babagsak siya. So, kaya we recommend, kahit na na-COVID ka na, kailangan mo pa rin mabakunahan para mas malakas yung immunity mo. There are some people na talagang sobrang lakas ang kanilang immunity that it may even last for years. Even right now, 12, 13 years. Pero hindi lahat yun. Nangyayari lang yun kasi talagang sobrang lakas din yung immune system mo. Pero natural immunity may last 90 days to even a year. Para sigurado, magpabakuna ka pa rin kapag meron kang, pag na-COVID ka. Comparing it with what we call vaccine immunity. Ang vaccine immunity naman, una, yung first dose, di ba? So, mare-recognize mo. Magpo-produce ka na antibody. So, 3-4 weeks later or several months later, bigyan ka ulit. Uy, kakilala ko to. So, I will make more antibody. Kaya, naglalast yun longer. Minsan, 6 months to 12 months. So, when you compare apples to apples, kunwari, ito yung natural immunity, ito naman yung vaccine immunity, mas malakas pa rin yung vaccine immunity compared sa natural immunity. Kaya we recommend magpabakuna pa rin para siguradong meron kang immunity. So that's the difference.
Magpabakuna pa rin, mga ka-SN. Doc, you mentioned about novel coronavirus. Meron na po bang gamot para dito?
Okay. Yan ang ating dapat pag-aralan ng husto, di ba? Kung merong, kunwari, may bacteria, di ba? So, kailangan mo ng antibacterial antibiotic. So, virus, coronavirus, so kailangan mo ng antiviral, parang antibiotic para sa virus. Meron, kaya lang iisa pa lang, remdesivir. Kailang ginagamit natin yun kapag nasa ospital at medyo malala yung kanilang kasakitan. So, remdesivir is an antiviral. Pangalawa, paano kung mas maagapan natin, maaga pa lang? Meron din, tinatawag nating monoclonal antibody. So ito is an antibody, as an artificial antibody against the spike protein. Kaya lang, may ibigay mo dapat during the first 5 days bago mag-replicate. Kasi pag nag-replicate na masyado at malala na, pag after 5 days nagkasakit na, medyo hindi na siya masyadong effective. So the monoclonal antibody is Regeneron. There's several of them available. In fact, I just got a message from my classmates sa Philippines. Meron na raw sa Philippines. So, yung tinatawag na monoclonal antibody, it will be available now sa inyo. Pero dito, it's been available for since last year. In fact, yung mother-in-law ko, 87 years old, nagka-COVID. Unang-una siya sa Kentucky, binigyan siya ng monoclonal. Alam mo, within 24-48 hours, gumaling siya. So, pero naagapan kasi maaga pa lang. So, yes, monoclonal antibody could be good. Meron din tayong mga ibang gamot pag na-ospital yung pasyente, lalo-lalo na kapag sobrang-sobra yung tinatawag natin hyperinflammation state. Yung maraming inflammation, cytokine storm tawag nila. Binibigyan natin din ng gamot na steroid, dexamethasone. O kaya pag sumobra na yung anti-IL-6 to tocilizumab. So, meron tayong mga gamot pero hindi siya talaga yung cure. Pag sinabi mong cure kasi pag binigyan mo, tanggal ka agad, wala pa tayo na.
And I think it's also important, Doc, for our viewers to really know the difference between prevention than the cure. Kasi yung iba iniisip na kapag nabakunahan na, COVID-proof na, akala nila okay na, wala nang mangyayari, ano? Pero Doc, alam mo, meron ditong interesting question eh. And I'm sure a lot of our viewers can relate. Nagkaroon siya ng COVID-19. Pero bakit meron pa rin siyang symptoms after 3 months?
Alam mo, MJ, yan ang maraming pasyente namin nakikita ngayon. Yung mga nagka-COVID na hindi fully recovered, ibig sabihin, meron pa rin silang leftover symptoms. Ang tawag namin dyan, long COVID o kaya mga long hauler. Usually 1 in 20, so 5% may have that problem. So ngayon, ang mga symptoms nila, minsan yung loss of smell, hindi pa rin nakaka-smell. Minsan nahihirapan silang huminga, parang may ubo-ubo pa rin sila, parang hika. It's almost like an asthma symptoms. So ang tawag doon, parang lingering symptoms from COVID-19. Ngayon, ang mga gamot namin dyan, supportive. So kapag nahihirapan huminga, make sure lang na oxygen level nila is good. Usually, oxygen level nila naman okay. I-check sa x-ray natin, make sure na wala pa rin silang pneumonia o chronic bronchitis. Kapag meron sila, alagaan lang talaga. Kasi ang viral infection, we don't really have a cure for it. So, ingatan lang para hindi masyadong lumala. Pero over time, gumagaling din. Sometimes, in my patients, I usually give them inhalers, lalo na pag nahirapang huminga at nagwiwis, parang may asthma sila. Yung mga asthma inhalers na ginagamit ay kailangan ding gamitin nila para gumaling yung kanilang paghinga. But usually, nakikita natin yan, 1 in 20 patients may have it. So kapag nagkaroon ka ng symptoms pa rin, kailangan tawagan mo kaya magpa-doktor ka para mabigyan ka ng tamang gamot.
I can totally relate to the long haulers that you called, Doc, because there are people I know very close to me. They were long haulers, pero nagpabakuna pa rin sila. And another interesting question from our viewers, Doc, is yung iba, natatakot talaga sila magpabakuna kahit nagka-COVID na sila or hindi pa sila nagkaka-COVID. Mabilis daw kasi masyado nagawa yung vaccine. Paano ba na-develop yung vaccine? And natatakot silang magpabakuna specifically because they know people who were vaccinated pero namatay din sila.
Okay. Alam mo, I cannot blame those fears. Kaya lang kasi marami tayong tinatawag na misinformation. Minsan, naha-highlight yung mga adverse reaction, but what they don't know, alam mo ba na over 6 billion doses already given. In fact, as of today, sa statistics, 6.4 billion doses already vaccine all over the world. Tandaan mo yan. So ngayon, lahat, kahit anong klaseng gamot, MJ, kahit na walang 100% sa medicine, hindi pwedeng 100%. Meron lagi tayong mga outlier na nagkakaroon ng side effect. Siyempre, hindi naman natin sinasadya, pero nangyayari. Katulad ng penicillin, di ba? Antibiotic penicillin. Ang penicillin is a very good antibiotic, lalo-lalo noon sa syphilis o kaya mga skin infection. Pero what people don't realize, pag binigyan mo ng penicillin, there's a 1 in 100,000 chance magkakaroon siya ng severe reaction. So isipin mo, antibiotic lang yon. So pag i-compare mo, again, if you compare it with COVID vaccine, out of 6.4 billion doses given, kukunti lang talaga yung mga sinasabi nila mga side effect. Ito lang masasabi ko kasi nung una ako rin, masyado mabilis yata yan ha. Dahil may research, I'm a principal investigator sa research company, FDA is very strict. Ibig sabihin, hindi basta-basta approve yan. Kasi we're talking about billions of people who will be getting it. So, merong tinatawag na stages. Una-una, pag na-develop siya, effective ba yan? Ibig sabihin, gumagana pa. Does it work? Pangalawa, safe ba yan? Tapos pangatlo, ano ba yung tamang doses na yan? Tapos pang-apat, pag minas-produce mo yan, yung quality niya dapat pare-pareho. Okay? And it's very rigorous. Ang diferensya, kasi during that time, older time, di ba? 2 years muna, hintayin ko yung resulta nyo. After 2 years, 5 years muna, titignan ko. Pero ito sabay-sabay. They did it simultaneously. Kasi emergency, madaming tao namamatay. Tandaan mo, MJ, di ba, sinabi ko, kaya pinut ko yung context yung Spanish flu in 1918. 50 million people died kasi walang vaccine. Okay? Ngayon, alam mo, 240 million ang cases na infect. Ang dami nun, pero ilan namatay? 4.8 million lang. Bakit? Because of vaccine, because of technology, because of medication that we have. So kailangan paniwalaan din natin yung science. Because science really works and it helps to understand better kung effective ba siya, safe ba siya, tama ba yung dose niya. Yung mga volunteer na nagpabakuna 40,000, tinignan nila kung ilan yung nagkaroon na side effect, ilan namatay. Almost wala. So, ito lang yung hinihiling ko sa mga tao. Alam mo, you have to weigh the risk-benefit. Kahit na anong gamot, kailangan ko ba antibiotic? Risk-benefit. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Ano ang risk mo na mamamatay ka sa COVID? O kaya magkaka-long hauler ka? O kaya magkakaroon ka ng tinatawag na masamang side effect ng COVID? Versus, ano bang benefit ng bakuna? Okay? Ang benefit ng bakuna is hindi ka ma-hospital, hindi ka mamamatay, at mape-prevent mo yung mga complication. Yeah, maybe 1 in 24 million mangyayari to. Baka mas manalo ko pa ng lottery kesa yung side effect na yon. So you have to weigh risk and benefit. And still, ikaw pa na magde-decide nun, pero as a doctor, I highly recommend that you get your vaccine.
Thank you very much for the assurance, Doc. And I think that clarifies all the doubts and all the hesitations among our viewers. Now, before I proceed to the next question, Doc, marami tayong viewers dito sa ating Facebook Live. And again, good morning po sa inyo mga ka-SN. And nagpapa-shoutout, syempre, ang ating mga viewers. So, good morning kay, of course, Christopher Andrew T., Richie Manzanido, good morning, De Guzman, Bautista Kel, Simonet Nama, ang aking sister from Pampanga, Marcy Mataga, Rolly Lozada, good morning po sa inyo. Ang dami nating viewers, so I can go on and on. Mary Ann Bendia from Pila, Laguna, ang aking sister din. Alam mo, in-invite ko talaga ang aking close family members para mas ma-inform at matulungan yung mga kakilala din nila. Siyempre, watching from Quezon City, Libis, Marjun Velasco, Justo Torres de Vera, very informative daw ang session, Doc. Maraming salamat daw po. He is watching live from Bulacan. Ayan, good morning po sa inyo. And of course, from our viewers, gustong-gusto nila yung ating discussion, Doc. Marami silang natututunan. May mga follow-up question pa sila para sa iyo, Doc. This one is from Andrew. Does it affect the efficacy of your vaccine if you miss the deadline nung second dose daw?
Okay. Alam mo, Andrew, kahit na medyo nag-lapse ng konti, few weeks, okay lang kasi parang booster mo yan eh. So as long as you got your first, nare-recognize na ng immune system mo and you're producing already antibody. So yung second dose mo, let's say 6 weeks, na delay ka ng 2 weeks, 4 weeks, okay lang as long as you get your second dose kasi makikilala niya, it will recognize that and you produce the second anamnestic response, yung medical term, yung talagang tataas siya. So it's okay as long as you second. To make it that you complete it, ang tawag doon yung talagang totally vaccinated ka, fully vaccinated ka. So it's okay even if it's delayed, get your second dose.
Okay. Now, we're shifting a little bit of our topic dahil may mga questions din tayo, Doc, outside COVID vaccine. Ito naman yung tungkol sa mga supplements, vitamins to boost our immune system, which we'll be, discussing further later on. But for now, ito yung question from our viewers. Doc, what do we need to do? Take or eat to boost back to make our immune system strong enough?
Okay. Alam mo, there are practical ways to really boost your immune system. So number one, nutrition. So, alam mo naman, leafy greens and yellow vegetables, sinasabi nila, di ba? More colorful, more fibrous siya, mas maganda. Tapos high protein siya, tapos low fat, hydrate ka, uminom ka ng at least 4 to 6 cups of water a day kasi hydration is very, very important. Tapos rest. Kailangan restful sleep, at least 7 to 8 hours a night. Restful kasi minsan kailangan yung katawan mo mag-recover. Kasi kapag na-stress ka o kaya yung nagtatrabaho ng grabe ang workaholic ka, kailangan mo mag-rest kasi kapag yung katawan mo ay nasobrahan, overwork siya, bababa ang resistensya mo. And then more importantly actually, kapag meron kang sakit o kaya may mga gamot ka, kailangan umiinom ka ng, pag sinabi nilang may hypertension ka, at umiinom ka ng hypertensive medicine, dapat regular, wag mong kakalimutan. Kung kaya may diabetes ka, yung blood sugar mo dapat maintain siya. Kung meron ka man sakit, yung gamot na binigay ng doktor mo, dapat regular ang pag-inom mo. So, alagaan mo. So, the bottom line really is, your immune system works better if you're healthy. Tapos, exercise, no? Moderate exercise help. Kasi yung cardiovascular mo, yung heart pumps better, yung muscles mo will be stronger. So, all of those practical things that you can do to boost your immune system will really help. Ngayon, ito nangyayari. Pandemic, o kaya pag tumanda ka, o kaya may sakit ka, sometimes you will not get all the nutrition. May tinatawag tayong micronutrient malnutrition. Kasi as we grow older, or if your diet is not good, there are important micronutrients that helps produce your white blood cells, that produce your antibody, to protect your skin, your circulation, na kailangan mo. So, minsan, kapag hindi maayos yung nutrition mo, it's probably a good idea to take the right, ibig sabihin yung tama na micronutrients, yung multivitamins. At pag-uusapan natin yan mamaya kung bakit kailangan yan.
Alam mo, Doc, maganda na nabanggit mo yung ating multivitamins, yung mga vitamina na tinitake natin for everyday. And I think, trying to be healthy, pinapalakas yung immune system natin, consistency is the key. Yung iba kasi, I'm sure yung mga viewers natin makaka-relate. Okay, this weekend mag-workout ako. Pero Monday, nakalimutan ng mag-workout, naging busy na. O sige, Tuesday, magda-diet na lang ako. Unti lang yung kakainin kong pagkain para mabalance, ganyan. Is there such a thing ba, Doc, na balance talaga? Balancing diet, balancing workout, consistency talaga, di ba dapat?
Tama yun, MJ. Kasi minsan, mayroon tinatawag na nigas kugon, di ba? Sa first week, talaga naman workout. Tapos tinatamad. Later on, nawala na. So yes, you're right. Regular ang tawag natin. Consistent, regular exercise, very disciplined ka sa pagkain mo, stress management, yung kailangan matulog ka, uminom ka ng tubig, hydrate. So tama. I like that word, consistent ka dapat. At disiplina ang kailangan.
Consistent. Pero Doc, syempre yung mga iba nating ka-SN, yung mga viewers natin, talagang hindi maiiwasan na busy sila. So ang isa sa mga nakakatulong sa kanila is yung vitamins na tinitake nila. And speaking of vitamins, from Rolly Lozada, I've been taking SN Immunoboost SP since March 2020, and up until now, I never experienced having any flu or similar diseases. Ang tanong niya, safe po ba na uminom twice a day in an empty stomach?
Okay. Alam mo, yes, the dosage that we have for the Immunoboost SP, SN Immunoboost SP, is really safe, up to 2 doses, 2 capsules a day. Kasi alam mo, when I developed this, those ingredients are very selected. Kasi they are the ones that specifically help and prime and strengthen your immune system. So yes, pwede niyang gamitin twice a day, safe siya. Pero once a day, okay na siya. Lalo-lalo na sa ngayon, kung okay naman siya, healthy siya, it's a good supplement for you. Ngayon, yung mga may sakit, kunwari, worried ako, na-expose ako and everything, I even advise them to take it really twice a day during that time para siguradong mas malakas yung kanilang immune system.
And I think we'll be talking more about SN Immunoboost SP because probably yung iba sa ating viewers, first time nila narinig itong vitaminang ito. We'll give you more about SN Immunoboost. Kaya relax lang kayo dyan mga ka-Facebook. So just keep sending us your heart reactions, your thumbs ups, your likes, and don't forget to just keep on commenting and sharing this Facebook Live. Ito naman, Doc, from Richard Rebecoy. How long does the coronavirus stay in the air, indoor? Nakakatulong po ba yung mga air purifier?
Okay. Alam mo, they've done a lot of studies kung how long it will last sa air, lalo sa enclosed area. Sometimes they say it may stay even hours. Pero itong pinaka-importante, well-ventilated room is very important. Air purifier may help, pero kailangan talaga yung spacing tsaka yung tinatawag na yung ratio ng tao sa isang space at tsaka yung ventilation. Kasi kapag enclosed space, walang ventilation, hindi nagsi-circulate yung hangin, the virus will stay there longer. In fact, they did a study on restaurants, no? Kasi minsan sa restaurant, maraming tao nag-uusap, and as you know, if you're infected, it's from the droplets, secretions mo, and it stays in the area. So, ang ginawa nila, yung isang grupo, tapos siguro several tables later, kung sino ang nagkaroon ng case. So the closer you are with the person that carries the virus, the worse the infection. Meaning mas maraming na-infect. So, kaya yung social distancing at saka proper circulation is very, very important na na-observe natin. Lalo sa restaurant kasi siyempre pagkakain ka, wala kang mask. So always remember that. Well-ventilated areas, spacing is very important in closed spaces.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Alam mo, Doc, I can keep asking questions. I can go on and on. Marami tayong questions sa ating chat box and sa inbox ng ating Facebook. Pero I don't think we have a lot of time. We can talk about it some other time. But for now, thank you very much, Doc, for highlighting, the differences among the different pandemic that we've experienced. Ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng mga vaccine available dito sa Pilipinas at sa ibang bansa? Kailan ba tayo dapat magkaroon ng booster vaccine? Ano yung healthy lifestyle? Ano ba yung tinatawag natin na balanced diet? Hindi lang tayo maskigan. Doc, prevention is better than cure. Ika nga, hindi ba? And, dito sa Pilipinas or kahit saan man sa mundo, ang alam pa lang natin sa ngayon ay yung mga safety protocols, social distancing, paghuhugas ng kamay, pagsusuot ng mask, face shield, pag-alcohol. Pero Doc, sa point of view po ba ng isang medical practitioner, meron pa ba tayong mga dapat gawin or inumin para maprotektahan ang ating mga sarili from COVID vaccine? And with that, Doc Emil Sarmiento, it is my pleasure to hear from you more about Essen Immunoboost SP.
Thank you, MJ. Alam mo, when I developed the Essen Immunoboost SP, it's not really for a cure for something, infection. Hindi. Merong history. Actually, about 3 years ago, it's very emotional and very personal for me and for my family. Kasi my wife, who's also a physician, she's a health buff. In fact, she's the one who started and founded Doctor for Life. It's internal medicine practice that is centered on healthy lifestyle. Using food, nutrition is medicine, proper exercise is medicine, mental health, good behavior, peace of mind is medicine. And if it's necessary, she's an internal medicine doctor, an obesity specialist, diabetes specialist, magpe-prescribe siya ng medicine pag kailangan. Pero priority niya talaga, nutrition, exercise, mental health, and if it's necessary, medicine. But she's very healthy. I've never seen her sick, ever. Then one day, we were working out. Talagang, kami kasi workout kami. Sabi niya, parang nagsuswell yung legs niya. Tapos sabi niya, uy, pa-exercise natin, lumalaki yung aking puson. My abdomen is getting bigger. Sabi, uy, masama yan Pa-check natin. Lo and behold, MJ, saddest news. Meron siyang ovarian cancer. We discovered it. Alam mo, ovarian cancer is one of the number one actually killer among women kasi they always diagnose and discover it very late. Ibig sabihin, kalat na. And my wife had stage 3 ovarian cancer. Kumalat na sa abdomen niya, kaya pala lumalaki yung tiyan niya. So we did what everybody needs to do. We got, hopefully, all the best specialists that we can get. They did emergency surgery, massive, MJ, talagang lininisan nila na husto, tinanggal yung tumor, laki. It's so big, it's like a football, that big. And it turned out it's the worst kind of cancer na resistant siya sa mga gamot. Pero sabi nila, gagawin natin ng paraan. So she underwent chemotherapy. And yung chemotherapy niya, MJ, is very difficult. So every 3 weeks, naka-IV. Tapos tinatawag na intra-abdominal. So ibig sabihin, 2 galon ng chemotherapy lalagay sa tiyan, tapos paikot-ikutin siya for 4 hours. Isipin mo, kaka-opera pa lang niya, gagawin yon. But it's necessary because we have to get rid of the cancer. Alam nyo, viewers, if you haven't seen somebody who had cancer, It's very, very, very sad, very, very difficult. At saka mahirap dahil you're grasping for miracles, right? So ngayon, ang gamot, chemotherapy, could be bad, could be good. Kasi yung chemotherapy, I call it a poison. Kasi i-kill niya, it kills the cancer cells. Pero by doing that, so pinapatay niya yung cancer, no? Pero yung mga normal cells mo, lalo na mga white blood cell mo, red blood cells mo, mga normal cells mo, natatamaan din. And sad to say, maraming may cancer patient na hindi namamatay sa cancer, kundi sa complication ng chemotherapy. So as a doctor, I know that. And usually yung immune system nila babagsak, yung cells nila babagsak. So since I am an immunologist, yan ang specialty ko, I've been doing a lot of research, pero ito napabilis. Talagang, I prayed so hard and also really work hard to identify. And it turned out, alam mo, marami tayong sa over-the-counter, sa mercury drug, marami mga vitamina. Pero karamihan doon, actually are synthetic, tsaka yung dosage niya hindi tama, o kaya marami lang siya, pero ano ba talaga ang dapat na gawin? So what I did, kasi asawa ko to, bumabagsak na, malapit, kumbaga sana, muntik na siya namatay, no? So when I was developing it, I have to identify specifically kung ano talaga yung tama. And there are three things, that are very, very important. Number one, those important selected ones really work to stimulate and prime your immune system. And marami siya, nandun siya lahat sa ating Immunoboost. Pangalawa, yung dosage niya. Yung dose niya dapat itama. Kasi minsan, basta nakalagay lang siya, pero yung pala, kukonte, parang hindi naman pala tama yung dose niya. At pangatlo, naturally active. Ibig sabihin, active form na kagad siya. Kasi yung iba, synthetic. Ibig sabihin ng synthetic, minsan, mo, lalabas, hindi pa na-metabolize. So, absorb mo pa, metabolize mo pa para maging active siya. So, yung tamang ingredient, tama yung dose mo, naturally active form siya. At ang pinaka-importante, syempre, safe siya. Kasi karamihan ng mga tao, meron din silang mga ibang gamot, o kaya lalo na yung misis ko, madami siyang gamot kasi nagki-chemotherapy siya. So walang tinatawag na adverse reaction or cross-reactivity with other medicine. So, naturally active siya, tama yung dose niya, safe siya, at saka effective siya. Ngayon, when this happened, third month, kasi it took me 90 to 120 days to produce it. The FDA, US FDA has to approve it. Yung mga dosage yung tama, yung mga stability testing. So maraming process. Pero we actually facilitated it because I already have my research in the past. I just submitted it. And then when it was approved, tama-tama, alam mo, yung number cells, yung white blood cells sa miss ko talagang bagsak na bagsak. Kailangan niya na mag-transfuse, kailangan niya na ma-injection na ng ibang gamot para to stimulate yung bone marrow to produce more cells. And badly needed the micronutrients necessary to boost up the immune system. So that's what the SN Immunoboost. Alam mo, miracle to happen. Tama-tama, alam mo, lumakas ang resistensya niya. After that, hindi man siya nagka-infection, hindi siya nagkasakit. She finished the 6 months chemotherapy without complication. Walang problema. And because I have a lot of patients also that are immunodeficient, they take it and they never get infection and they really did it. So I did a study. In fact, I'm going to publish it pretty soon because I'm trying to record and collect data. And then serendipitous, I was giving a talk all over the Philippines, dito rin sa US, about the immune system and also how the micronutrients from the Immunoboost work. Nandun kami February 2020. And I was giving a talk. So, pandemic, COVID-19. And then also, sabi ko, it just so happened that we're talking about boosting up the immune system. So, this is a prime example ng miracle kasi it really helps a lot of people. Alam mo, dito sa US, we use it sa lahat ng pasyente, lalo-lalo ng mga older people kasi meron tinatawag na micronutrient malnutrition. Kahit na healthy ka, pag kumain ka, hindi mo nakuha lahat yung tama na nutrition, lalo sa micronutrient, magkakaroon ka ng malnutrition and it's not gonna work properly. So I have to mention also that this is not a cure. This is a supplement to help strengthen, prime, and boost your immune system para mas malakas ka. So importante ito sa mga taong nagki-chemotherapy, yung mga matatanda kasi minsan may tinatawag na immunosenescence, yung mga magpapa-opera, kaya na-operahan kasi yung wound healing, kailangan malakas na resistensya mo. So here is part of the treatment plan ng mga na-COVID o kaya yung mga pasyente na kailangan nilang mag-chemotherapy. So we're using it. So ngayon, COVID-19, I have almost all the staff, clinical staff, nurses, doctors are taking it. And so far, knock on wood, it's been very good supplement. And a lot of them actually never had COVID. At pag nagka-COVID sila, before vaccination, kasi ito nangyari before the vaccination, alam mo, very mild yung symptoms nila. I have several testimonials of my own patients that have it. Pero syempre, mas maganda kapag numbers, factual data. So I'm comparing from patients that are taking it and patients that never took it, and significant difference, especially sa female. Yung mga pasyente ko na matatanda, female, 80 years old, yung pamilya nila nagka-COVID siya, hindi nagka-COVID, o kaya nag-COVID man, very mild. So we monitor that very significant difference between those taking it and not taking it. So ang Immunoboost, SN Immunoboost SP is not produced just because of COVID. No, we produce it specifically for people that have low immune system, mga nagki-chemotherapy, nagka-cancer, tsaka yung mga talagang merong immunodeficiency. And it just so happened that COVID came, and thank God, it's helping a lot of people. That's his history of Immunoboost, MJ.
Thank you very much, Doc, for your breakthrough, for your medical breakthrough, sa iyong discovery na makatulong para sa mas nakararaming tao. And it's amazing na hindi mo siya ginawa for a specific reason because of COVID. It just so happened, coincidence, na nagkaroon ng pandemya afterwards. And Doc, I think one of the things I captured when you mentioned about the formulation of SN Immunoboost is that it has live vitamins in it. Hindi siya commercialized,
Naturally active siya, MJ.
Naturally active, that's the term.
Oo, hindi siya synthetic. Kasi minsan karamihan, basta nandun lang siya, pero actually pag ininom mo, tigas-tigas siya, no? Tapos paglabas, ganun pa rin tsura kasi it's not really the active form.
And also, you mentioned about the side effects, which I'm sure itong mga viewers natin, may question sila, okay, ano kaya yung magiging side effect nito sa akin? Nabanggit mo, Doc, na safe ito for everyone, safe ito sa may iba pang medication. And I personally, sa ating mga ka-SN, I personally drink SN Immunoboost SP. Wala po akong naging any side effects. May iba rin akong vitamins. Hindi ako, may feeling na acidic. Walang ganong effect. Walang ganong effect. Basta maganda siya sa pakiramdam. Pero meron tayong just probably two or three more questions before we proceed to our pag-games sa ating mga ka-SN. Doc Emil, can we give po ba ang SN Immunoboost sa children, sa ating mga bata?
Alam mo, yung capsules natin for actually, even children can take as long as they can swallow it because the dose is good. Pero we've developed also Immunoboost chewables. Will be available soon over there too. So para sa mga children naman. But the dose, as long as they can swallow it, it's fine at least 6 years old and older.
Okay. So there you go, mga ka-SN. Safe po ito for 6 years old older sa ating mga parents, sa ating grandparents, and among us here sa Facebook Live. Safe na safe ito para sa atin and talagang mabuboost ang ating immune system. Doc, alam mo, ready na ako sa ating games para sa ating mga viewers dito sa Facebook Live. Magkakaroon po tayo ng myth or truth about COVID. Kumbaga, ito ba ay chismis lang? Ito ba ay sabi-sabi lang? O ito ba ay talagang katotohanan? Ready ka na ba, Doc?
Alright, go for it.
Alright, at sa ating mga ka-Facebook Live, saan sa SN? Here, sa Facebook Live, mga ka-SN, mag-comment lang kayo kung sa tingin nyo na ito ay chismis lang ba o ito ay isang katotohanan. Alright, mga ka-SN and Doc Emil, myth or fact, gargling with warm water or salt and vinegar will kill viruses.
Tignan natin mga sagot nila. Meron ba?
Sige, tingnan natin. Ano mga reactions tayo? Sige, Doc, go.
Alright. Alam mo, yung tinatawag na warm saline gargle, so salt water, nagsusooth siya sa throat mo kasi karamihan ng mga viral infection may sore throat, di ba? But it doesn't kill the virus. Even the vinegar is not gonna kill the virus. There's no evidence that it will kill the virus. Very soothing yung salt water gargle kapag may sore throat ka, lalo na viral infection, but it doesn't really kill or shorten the infection, unfortunately.
Fact. Okay, may sumagot sa ating Facebook Live na totoo daw yon. Now, at least you know na it's somewhere in between dahil hindi talaga siya 100%. Hindi siya totoo.
Hindi siya totoo.
It's a myth. All right. Second, Doc, myth or fact? I was born with a very good immune system. So, hindi ako magkakasakit. Mga ka-SN, is it a myth or a fact? Doc, ano sa tingin mo?
Alright. Uy, good luck ha. Swerte mo. Malakas ang immune system mo. But even the strongest immune system, you can still get infection. In fact, alam mo, sad story. I have several friends that I lost before the vaccine, no? The early part, very, very athletic, very at the prime of his health. Very famous sa Philippines. He's a very good friend, classmate of mine. So he's a pediatric transplant surgeon, Dr. Resurrection. And he got the early, during the early part of the pandemic, and he did not make it. So don't be complacent, don't be overconfident, because this virus is tricky. So kahit na malakas ang immune system mo, yes, good for you. Yeah, you may not be as sick, pero you can still get infected. So just be careful.
Good for you talaga. Yung mga nakaka-relate na ating ka-SN, hashtag sana all. Diba? Sinasabi nila sana all, malakas ang ating immune system. Ito, Doc naman. If I develop COVID-19 and recover, I'm immune forever. Myth or fact?
Alright, halos nasagot natin yan kanina sa natural immunity, no? Unfortunately, no. Nothing is forever. 90 days usually. It may last a little bit, a year. Pero pag nagka-COVID-19 ka, it doesn't mean na you'll be immune forever. You still need to be vaccinated. Kailangan para mas malakas.
Kailangan talagang magpabakuna pa rin. Ito naman, Doc. Ito, I'm sure marami itong sa mga topics natin, lalo na dito sa Pilipinas, they're starting to open restaurants, parks, yung mga indoor activities as well. Going to a place po ba that's warm can lower my chances of getting the infection.
Unfortunately, it's a myth. Why? Summer dito sa US, no? Grabe ang init, no? But it's one of the highest peak ng cases tsaka number of death, hospitalization. So weather, doesn't really affect it. In Africa, there's a lot of cases sa mainit na lugar. It doesn't matter kasi yung virus na to ay very resistant siya, and it doesn't really change it. You could still get infected. Like I said, during summertime, napakainit dito, one of the highest cases and number of death of COVID-19. So it's a
So mga ka-SN, now you know it is a myth. Regardless kung nasa ang lugar kayo, regardless if it's an open space, mainit ba or malamig, hindi totoo na kapag nagpunta ka sa mainit na lugar, ay hindi ka na mai-infect. So mag-ingat na rin po tayo. Ito naman, Doc, myth or fact, eating garlic or salt will shield you from contracting coronavirus.
Alam mo, MJ, favorite breakfast ko, garlic rice, yung sinangag. Masarap yung garlic doon, pero I don't think garlic will help you kill the virus. It's a myth. Adobo, di ba? Garlic din ginagamit sa adobo, no? But anyway, no, I'm sorry, but garlic doesn't really kill the virus.
Yung iba kasi, yung iba nga, Doc, alam mo, pagka gising sa umaga, garlic, hinahaluan ng honey. Kasi feeling nila, poprotektahan sila against COVID. So, hindi po totoo yon mga ka-SN. Okay? Alright. Sabi nga dito sa ating comment box, wala daw talagang forever. Kasi yung mga paniniwala nila before, akala nila totoo, now they're realizing that it's all myth. So, wala talagang forever dyan sa mga isip-isip lamang haka-haka, kumbaga. Okay, ito naman, Doc. Myth or fact? Exercise weakens the immune system.
I know, right? So, exercise actually, pag moderate, regular exercise, 30 minutes every time you do it, actually, there's been studies that it helps boost up your immune system. Better circulation, stronger muscles, at saka yung defense mechanism mo is stronger. Obviously, there are some people that over-exercise. Anything excessive, talaga namang sobra-sobra na hindi na makagalaw sa sobra ng exercise, na 3 hours nag-exercise. Siyempre, na-dehydrate sila, yung kanilang may tinatawag na muscle breakdown, siyempre, magkakasakit yon. But regular, moderate activity, exercise, helps your immune system. So it should not weaken your immune system when you exercise. And make sure you're fully hydrated, saka kumain na maayos, and that will help you.
Doc, alam mo, may na-trigger na question from our audience about garlic, Kasi akala nila nakakatulong ang garlic. Pero may nagtanong, yung luya daw kaya, Doc, ginger. Does it protect us from anything?
All right. Ginger, ano ba yung salabat na ba? Okay.
Salabat.
Yeah, salabat, right? Ginger candy. It's very good for what we call pag nauseated ka. Alam mo, meron nga ginger candy ka sa labat pag may sore throat ka, laryngitis. It's soothing siya, pero it doesn't do anything with COVID. It doesn't even kill, or doesn't. But it's very helpful as as part of soothing. Kumbaga sa it doesn't cure you or it doesn't kill the virus. Kaya lang supportive siya. It soothes your voice, it soothes your throat. Kung nauseated ka, yung ginger candy can help. Pero in terms of killing the virus, no, it's not gonna help.
Okay. Now you know, mga ka-SN. And shout out lang ulit, Doc, from our viewers, I think we have a viewer from Davao City who's been taking SN Immunoboost. And naniniwala siya na yung SN Immunoboost, hindi lamang siya tinulungan na ma-immune ang kanyang system, pero naniniwala din siya na hindi talaga gamot ito para sa COVID. Hindi naman talaga ito gamot, kundi pang-boost ng ating immune system. Alright, so sa ating mga ka-essence, just please keep on commenting here on our Facebook Live. Mag-react na kayo ng heart and ng like sa ating Facebook Live dahil marami pa tayong pag-uusapan. And again, mga ka-SN, SN Immunoboost SP is the go-to vitamins to help us boost our immune system. So, Camille, ngayon naman po, kahit nagawa na natin lahat, nalaman na natin kung ano yung myths, ano yung mga haka-haka versus the facts, ano yung mga totoo. Pero alam din natin yung mga necessary protocols to prevent us from the coronavirus. Pero sadly, may mga nai-infect pa rin talaga yung mga asymptomatic, mild to severe cases. Paano po ba natin ito gagamutin? Or paano po yung mga magiging medication para dito?
Alright, so meron tayong tinatawag na phases ng illness from COVID-19. So karamihan pa rin ng mga pasyente kapag maayos ang kanilang health status, if you may, very mild symptoms. Minsan nga yung iba hindi nila alam meron silang COVID. So kung asymptomatic siya o kaya meron siyang symptoms na sinisipon at na-expose, the key thing is na-expose siya sa somebody na may COVID. Proven COVID, na-expose siya. Una, wala pa siyang symptoms, so siguro nasa incubation period pa lang. Pero then, nagkaroon na siya ng sipon-sipon. So, very important, magpa-test muna rin siya. Okay? Especially during the first 5-7 days. Na pag na-expose siya, pa-test siya within 5 days. Pag nag-positive siya, isolate para hindi ka makahawa ng ibang tao. And then, very important again, obserbahan mo yung sarili mo. Hanggat maaari, sana sa bahay, meron silang pulse oximeter to check the oxygen saturation. Titignan din yung temperature, make sure na wala siyang fever. At saka yung, he has to really monitor yung symptoms, especially shortness of breath, coughing. Kasi minsan pag nagkaroon na lumala siya, lalo-lalo na kapag high risk siya, Ngayon, available na yung monoclonal antibody sa Philippines. Pag sinabi kong high risk, 65 years and older, may heart problem siya, immunodeficiency siya, may cancer siya, kung pwede silang pa-prescribe ng monoclonal antibody, pwede nilang gamitin yon. But usually given during the first 5 to 7 days. In fact, dito, 5 to 10 days, you can get it. Pero practicality, syempre, wala pa naman, hindi naman lahat ng tao magkakaroon ng monoclonal antibody, di ba? Ano kayang gagawin natin sa bahay kapag may symptoms ka pero mild, at saka okay ka naman pero na-expose ka, positive ka sa COVID? So rest, very important. Pagpahinga ka, isolate yourself, hydrate, drink a lot of fluids, magsalabat ka, okay yung salabat kasi nakasuti yung secretions mo, nakatulong yun. Kumain ng maayos, kaya lang minsan nawawala yung the smell at saka yung taste, but pilitin mo sarili mo, you have to eat properly at saka mag-rest. And monitor, kapag may sakit na ulo, Tylenol, paracetamol, o kaya analgesic, you don't need to take any antibiotic kasi antibiotic hindi ito infection. Alright, so ngayon, kapag medyo lumalala, lalo-lalo na 7 to 8 days, yung mga tao minsan inuubo na, nahihirapan huminga, yung oxygen level nila pag bumaba below 94%, ibig sabihin nun, usually yung oxygen level mo hindi na nag-ano sa lungs mo, so maybe you have pneumonia. So kailangan ma-x-ray, tapos kailangan siguro may supplemental oxygen ka. Minsan, kasi karamihan dyan, naririnig ko, ang ospital punong-puno na ng mga tao. Kung pwede kang makabili o kaya makahiram na may mga oxygen, lalo na pag bumaba na 94, mag-oxygen ka. Usually, believe it or not, viewers, if when you go to that karamihan ng mga tao, over 12 to 14 days, nagiging maayos na sila. Gumagaling. So, kailangan talaga magpahinga lang, isolate yourself, hydrate, proper nutrition, Tylenol, at saka yung oxygen kapag bumaba. Ngayon, kapag nahihirapang huminga, yung oxygen mo, kahit na nakalagay na, mababa pa rin, kailangan ma-hospital ka. Sa hospital naman, karamihan na ng hospital ngayon, meron na tinatawag na remdesivir. And they usually give it via IV, 5 doses, 5 days. Usually, mga tao, monitor ka na rin to make sure na okay ka, bibigyan ka na rin ng steroid dexamethasone para to prevent the hyperinflammatory phase. At saka kapag medyo lumala pa ng konti, minsan binibigyan ka ng anti-IL-6 which is tocilizumab. Now, sa hospital yon, hindi pwede sa labas ng bahay kasi sa hospital lang nagagamit yon. Ito yung sad news kapag talagang hindi pa rin kasi minsan, hindi naman lahat, no? Pero pag na-hospital kasi minsan 50-50, it's either go bad or they get better. But if it really goes bad, yung tinatawag na mechanical ventilation, so na-intubate sila, and then you need a machine to help you breathe. Kaya lang, pag umabot ka doon, you really have to, to really pray hard. And obviously, all the time, prayers very important. Miracles do happen, and the Lord is always watching us, and He has the best plan for each and every one of us. Kaya importante, MJ said it, prevention is better than the cure. Mas maganda na lang na hindi ka magka-COVID. So, please, mitigation guidelines, common sense, di ba? Mask, social distance, washing your hands, vaccine. In fact, yes, if I have to give 2 things lang, 2 lang, magpe-prevent ng COVID, yung mitigation guidelines, alam na natin lahat, and vaccine.
I agree, Doc. And I'm sure our viewers here can also relate. They might know people na nagkaroon ng vaccine, may it be asymptomatic, may it be severe, and I'm sure, uminom sila ng maraming gamot just to try to cure whatever they're feeling at that moment. Pero sabi mo nga, the prevention is better than cure. Why would we let ourselves be in the hospital? Why would we let ourselves be in that critical situation when in fact we can prevent it and we can boost our immune system? And alam mo, speaking of boosting immune system, Doc, maraming nag-comment sa ating Facebook Live ngayon about Essen Immunoboost SP. Shout out po kay Miss Nanette Perdido from Davao City na sabi niya, I've been taking Immunoboost for 2 years now. I took it not because it's going to protect me from COVID, but I am taking it to make my body strong. and prepare it just in case I get the virus para matibay ang kanyang resistensya. Magandang umaga po sa inyo, Nanette Perdido. Good morning. Ito din, Doc, shout out din po kay Rolly Lozada at kay Ronnie Santos. Si Jessa and Tiso din is watching. And ito, Doc, this is an amazing comment I received from our Facebook Live. Si GJ Hizon. GJ Hizon. Hi, I just want to share 13 of my household got infected with COVID-19 noong March 2021. Imagine, Doc, 13 nag-COVID positive. Only me and my granddaughter na 3 years old ang hindi nagkasakit. I was the only one in the family who was not infected by COVID dahil nag-Essen Immunoboost pala siya. Yung family niya, nagka-COVID siya, hindi kasi siya lang yung umiinom ng Essen Immunoboost. And GJ Hizon firmly believe that Essen has protected him against COVID. I am an ENT specialist with high risk, but I feel very much protected because of Immunoboost. Maraming salamat daw po.
Thank you, Dr. GJ Hison. I love you, man. Thank you.
Can you imagine that? What more if among our viewers and everyone around the world would drink Essen Immunoboost? Talagang, I think, mas mababawasan ang ating cases dahil boosted ang kanilang immune system. Thank you again, Doc, for that medical breakthrough. And again, our Essen Immunoboost is available at all Mercury drugstore. You can now purchase it online as well. So it's available in the market for everyone all over the Philippines. I-click lamang po ang kasama sa post na ito para makapag-add to cart na kayo. And syempre, remember, prevention is better than cure naman talaga. Kaya ibalik ang ating sigla sa Essen Immunoboost. Doc Camille, thank you very much po sa inyong time. Let me just try to check a couple more questions before we finally end our session for today. But while I'm reading through the questions, is there anyone that you would like to greet, Doc?
Hello to everyone in the Philippines, especially sa Manila. All my friends, my classmates, my kumare, who's watching. I hope you're watching. I posted on Facebook so they could really watch me. FEU, Medicine, Class 86, hello. And lahat ng kamag-anak ko dyan na nanonood. Thank you, MJ.
Good morning po sa inyo. Shout out mga ka-SM. And nabanggit mo kanina, earlier in our session, I heard kasama po kayo sa pioneer ng Doctor for Life. Can you please tell us more about it, Doc? Ang Immunoboost po ba, kapartner din ba ni Doctor for Life?
Doctor for Life was founded by my wife, Dr. Cheryl. Like I said earlier, it's a doctor-guided, patient-centered care using a four-prong approach. We believe that food is medicine, so proper nutrition. So they have a dietitian, a chef, meron silang commercial kitchen. In fact, they teach their patient how to cook, how to eat right, proper nutrition. Because if you are eating right, you're better off than taking medicine. Second, they have what we call exercise is medicine, but it's a functional exercise. Hindi yung palakihan ng katawan, but it's a functional, meaning to say, katulad ko, di ba? You asked me, I play golf. So I like to play golf and enjoy it without injury. So I have a personal trainer, so Doctor for Life. They will give you an exercise to strengthen your muscle so that you will enjoy whatever activity you want to do, whether golf, running, what have you. Pangatlo, syempre, yung peace of mind, right? The mental health, yung behavior mo, yung habit mo, yung lifestyle mo. So each patient have a health coach to guide you to make sure that you're doing the right thing. So kung may problema ka sa emotional or psychological, we have a psychologist, a Doctor for Life to do it. And then the fourth one, right? If you need medicine, of course, it's doctor-guided, patient-centered. Dr. Cheryl or the other doctors will prescribe the right medicine for you. So kung may hypertension ka, ano yung tama na hypertensive medicine bibigay sa'yo, diabetes, ano yung tamang gamot. So Dr. Life is founded, it has to be patient-centered, specific, and personalized kung ano yung kailangan mo, ano yung sakit mo. If you're sick, they restore you to health. If you're healthy, we will maintain that you are healthy. So that's Doctor for Life. Patient-centered, doctor-guided, integrated care. So yeah, Cheryl, and of course, the product Immunoboost, bunga yan dahil kay Dr. Cheryl. So it's a Doctor for Life product here in the US. And you can check our website, drforlife.com, www.drforlife.com, and you will see some pictures and all the staff that we have here in the US.
Thank you very much, Doc, and congratulations, and thank you very much to all the pioneers and amazing employees of Doctor for Life. For our viewers who are in the US or planning to visit the US anytime soon, yung website po ng Doctor for Life, you will see that on our comment section. Doc, again, before we end, I would like to remind our viewers that Immunoboost is now available at all Mercury drugstores. Pwede nyo na pong i-purchase online. And you know, Doc, dito sa Pilipinas, and of course, I'm sure all around the world, meron tayong tinatawag na mga promos, mga 10-10. And who wouldn't like discounts, right? Of course, we want to be happy, we want to be healthy, but we also want discounts. So, available po ang Essen Immunoboost to all Mercury drugstores, online sa Shopee, saktong-sakto, 10-10 na bukas. So we're available on Shopee and naka-promo tayo. So you'll get discounts to all our viewers na magpupunta na sa Shopee, add to cart, and i-add to cart na yung Essen Immunoboost na yan. All right, I think we don't have any more questions unless we have on the comment box. Abangan nyo ang mga susunod natin na Essentalk, mga ka-Essen, alright? Pero Doc, before we finally close our program for today, maraming salamat po ulit sa inyo, Dr. Emil Sarmiento, and to all our viewers. Doc Emil, any final thoughts about Essen Immunoboost, yung ating dosage or yung administration ng Essen Immunoboost?
Thank you, MJ, for giving me the opportunity actually to be available for question and answers, to dispel all the myth, what is factual, and also some clarification of some misinformation about COVID-19. Nagpapasalamat ako kasi dahil at least na I was able to explain and also tell you the story how Immunoboost was developed. Immunoboost was really, I'm very passionate and inspired creating it because it's really for a person that I love. And it really helped her, and a lot of my patients were helped by it. It just so happened that pandemic came, and Immunoboost really is one of those that can help boost, prime, and strengthen your immune system. This is not a cure. This is something that will help you, especially your white blood cells, your antibody production, your energy, and all the ingredients are selected, medical evidence-based, and meron siyang tinatawag na naturally active form, kaya active kagad, proper dose siya, and it's safe for everyone. So take care, and thank you again, and tell you what, I really enjoyed this Q&A that we have, MJ. Hopefully we can do it again sometime.
Thank you, Dr. Emil, and to all our viewers today, Saturday, 9 a.m. here at Essen Immunoboost Facebook Live. You can still share this video. Magiging recorded po ito, available in Essen Immunoboost Facebook page, so you can share it with your friends and families para naman mas informed at mas matulungan natin ang ating mga kapamilya at kaibigan to prevent and to boost our immune system. Again, thank you very much, Dr. Emil Sarmiento. It is indeed a pleasure talking with you today. Good evening sa US with you. At magkita-kita po muli tayo mga ka-Essen sa susunod na Essentalk with yours truly, MJ Namasi. You can follow me on my Facebook account, host MJ Namasi, and on my Instagram, MJ Namas17. And of course, thank you again, Dr. Emil Sarmiento. See you all in our next Essen Talks brought to us by Essen Immunoboost. Ibalik ang sigla sa Essen Immunoboost. God bless everyone. Happy weekend!
Take care.
Thank you, Doc. Grabe, ang amazing ng Q&A natin.
Yeah, it was good. You know, it worked out kasi yung Essentalk na galing. Thank you.
Congratulations to the team. Thank you, everyone. Doc, I know it's getting late.
Thanks, Alvin. Thanks.